Good morning, Slop Nation. Welcome to Slop Shop. This is a new comedy podcast hosted by myself, Harvey Mulvihill. It is about the happenings of the internet, and it is your one-stop shop for slop. I'm joined today by a strange anonymous figure. Cammy? That's your name?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, Cammy here just wandered in and wanted to do the pod, and I don't know who this person is or why they're here, but hello, sir.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Okay, so I'll jump right into it.
Please.
Yeah, so what's your dog's name?
It's Dixie.
Dixie. Okay, so this is my take on dogs.
Okay.
How do I put this? Okay, that dogs are actually like the first SSRI.
Okay.
That there's like nothing inherently, like people don't love their dogs, really. They just love what their dogs do for them. And like what their dogs do for them is provide them with oxytocin via cuddling. Right. So actually that like dogs are just like this merciless like man-made technology. So like we enslave them to be an external source of oxytocin for us.
Sure. Is that different than literally any other thing that we use in our lives to produce pleasure? How is it different from a girlfriend?
They were like, well, because you don't breed your girlfriend to like live in your house. And like, I mean, I guess if women were like sort of wild species of.
I guess, but you provide.
Would you rather? I'd rather be a wolf than a dog.
I guess, but dogs have it pretty
good. Think about
how
happy dogs are when you let them outside. Like when you take a dog out of the country, it's like, oh my God, this is incredible. It's like getting released from prison. It's like a prisoner coming home after 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong there, but I do think they have a pretty cushy life. Like if they were unhappy and like visibly unhappy, and which maybe some dogs are, but our dogs have a cushy ass life. So I don't think of them as prisoners. I think of them as like.
Well, it's also, I think it's okay. I don't think this is. People just find it upsetting when I try to talk about this. I don't think it's actually morally. I don't find it morally wrong. I just think that like, because dogs are super dumb. Mm-hmm. They're like, they don't even make the top 10.
Oh, sure.
Of animal intelligence.
I was telling you before this, but we finally hired a dog trainer who is coming to our home to try to fix the barking problem, because we've just for years now been dealing with this dog who cannot get it into her head to not bark at the fucking door.
Yeah.
And
see,
it's like
you sound like an abuser,
thing.
Right? If you replace dog with like, we're bringing a girlfriend trainer over because she cannot get it in her head after all these years. Right?
Which not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Get a girlfriend trainer is a pretty solid. You could probably find one on Fiverr.
Yeah, you have to keep your girlfriend.
Again, I see your point, but I don't think there's any real difference between doing that and just like buying a PlayStation 5 or whatever. You're buying a thing. I get that it's a living creature, but it provides many things. It's a symbiotic relationship. It's not a sort of like a parasitic. We're not sucking the happiness out of the dog. We're providing happiness for the dog as well.
Yeah, I mean, only because that's how it's been bred. You know what I mean? Like the dog didn't choose to be a dog. I mean, I'm ignoring the entire history of like voluntary evolutionary, like pre-selection breeding, but yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, I just think if you put this to any other type of thing, it falls apart. The counter argument. Like if you're like, dude, we didn't make. I don't want to go there. Like
you can go anywhere.
No.
You're an anonymous figure right now.
That like, yeah. It's just one of those. I feel like cats are more okay with being domesticated. Because they're loungers by nature.
Yeah, they do their own thing. They require less effort as a human to provide for.
Like if you think of a cat like a lion, they're just being lazy in the Serengeti.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then you just make them tiny and you make them lazy in your house.
Which is different than wolves how.
Yeah. Wolves are like fucking shit up and eating things and being like making humans terrified.
I think it's just a matter of circumstance. The lions fuck shit up also. They just have more time on their hands to lounge. Wolves, I guess, are more pack creatures than lions, but I think it's pretty similar, dude. I think domesticating any animal is maybe it's a moral gray area, but I do think like it's become accepted because of it's not a one-way relationship.
Yeah, for sure. My beef is with saying they're part of the family. Because nobody goes, yeah, we love our cows. They're part of the family. And then they chop their head off and make them into a steak.
Well, that's the part where we don't do though with our animals, which makes them more family members than livestock. That's the one thing that we avoid. Is the murdering.
That's a low bar for family. hey, around here we're family. We don't kill and eat each other. We're like a family here at Walmart. But you guys are horrible to me. Yes, but do we kill and eat you? No.
No.
So you're family.
Never once have we done that.
Never once. Do you even know anyone that's been killed and eaten at a Walmart?
It's probably happened.
Yeah,
It's probably
by
happened.
corporate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a slogan for, what is it? Olive Garden, the worst restaurant of all time. When you hear your family, I'm like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
We're customers. That's like, there's so many ridiculous corporate things that way, but I don't know.
That's a red flag. If you're a young person out there starting to work for the first time, if you work a place and they say we're family here, that's a red flag.
100%.
Because also, like, you do shit for your family all the time that you don't get paid for. And you're weird if you try to bring up getting paid for it. So, like, the family model of employment is terrible.
Agreed. I had that happen very recently. I was the one doing the asking, which was shitty, but I caught myself immediately after I took my brother to the airport a couple of days ago. And I was like, hey, do you mind like Venmoing for gas or whatever? And he like looked at me. I was like, oh, wait, never mind. I forgot that you're related to me. And it's just like blood. An accepted sort of thing. And
yeah.
You'll return the favor allegedly eventually.
Sometimes you got to pump the brakes on it, though. Yeah.
What, the favors?
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're like, yeah, you know, you can overdo it with the family card.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's people that lean on it heavily. I don't know. I think it's, you know who doesn't really lean on it that hard, though? Animals. I don't think dogs are really leaning on that favor card.
They're too dumb.
They don't have the faculty.
Yeah, they don't have the faculty. This is the question. Would animals take advantage and exploit humans if they had the intellectual upper hand?
Definitely. And also, like, even with their current brain, if when push comes to shove, they'll eat the fucking owner if he dies in the house and there's no food available for a day or two. Like, so many times anyway. Everyone goes through a phase of watching horrific shit on the internet. I don't dabble much anymore, but you know, I've seen plenty of photos of eaten people.
Yeah,
it's no good.
It's not good.
The cats probably do the same thing, but again, that's to your point originally of like, this is just a wild animal that's living in your house that you've kind of made a sort of relationship with, and they're part of the family. But survival comes first.
Yeah, I'm not eating my family. I don't care how long they've been dead.
Yeah, true. Is there any? I don't think. Yeah. I don't think animals are just, it is interesting that we are animals.
How long until, I got a question for you. How long until you tap out? I've thought about this a lot. What level of bad does the apocalypse have to get to before you just tap out?
Oh, bro. I think that is directly a mental health thing too, of like, I feel like tapping out in my day to day. Sometimes I just feel like tapping out. You know what I mean? If the fucking zombies are outside and my families are dead, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we doing? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these. I'm not a crusader. I'm not going to be with the fucking M14, the dude posted up at a ranch that's just mowing down people. I don't have interest in that. Maybe for a week or two, you know?
Yeah.
Until it gets really hard, and then I'm all set. When I run out of food.
Yeah. If I'm clear there's no baddies left and my family's dead, I'm out. If there's a chance there's some hotties and I could build like a harem and they're like very, you know.
That's not bad.
That could be workable. That'd be worth sticking around.
Sure. Perfect opportunity to spread your seed with as many people as possible, because you're you know, the human race is at stake.
Yeah. You feel differently about this, but I feel as long as titties are around, sure. I think I'm okay. Unless things get real bad. Yeah, as if there's other people that are hot.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that widening.
Go sub fours. If there's only sub fours, bro, I'm not. No.
Okay. This brings us to my. I really want your take on this, because you told me this off mic, and so you had this idea of the sub fours, and can you just give me your thesis statement here?
It's
I'm curious about the whole
idea.
thing.
We can pull up a chart.
Yeah.
Here we go. So you can take a look at that.
That's so mean. Holy
okay, so we have. I wish we could get closer. Let's see. Am I in the? Okay. So we got ones are hideously ugly, complete and total physical abnormalities, congenital defects, extreme burn victims,
hold on.
chemical warfare.
We need to set up. This is the scale of like human attractiveness.
Yes.
Specifically for men.
1 to 10.
Yeah.
For men. I'm okay. Also, don't get mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
This is fucking true.
Sure.
Okay.
What is true? What is your thesis?
Well, that if you're a sub 4,
mm-hmm.
life is incredibly hard, and your chances of like you are you're probably an involuntary celibate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's not your fault.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. So if four is just plain ugly, slightly below average hygiene. Okay, slightly below average hygiene. Traits like a big nose, crooked yellow teeth, thin jaw, bad haircut, acne, etc. May have one good feature, but the rest is poor or below average. Okay.
5 is your typical average.
I'll give a 3 so we get some. So let's give a 2. Morbidly obese automatically falls into this category. Missing rotting teeth, bulbous appearance, awful complexion, complete lack of hygiene or cleanliness. There may be minor physical abnormalities. And then we got a 3, no physical abnormalities, okay?
Okay.
So this is a genetically okay human. But certainly not average. May contain many traits of the 2 out of 10s, but less exaggerated. Crooked teeth, bad complexion, existing but very poor hygiene and cleanliness. The obese may fall here. Okay.
Right. So this is like, I think I agree with you, but incel culture in general is so toxic, and what's the word? It's like you get stuck in a sort of time loop where you surround yourself with the opinions of others who feel so negatively about themselves, and then you start feeling like shit. And a lot of this can be counteracted with physical activity and confidence.
No.
This is where we differ. It's where we disagree.
No. Not if you're a 3.
Maybe. I
mean, you're just going to be, people say, like, think of Carrot Top. No, I'm not taking shots at you, Carrot Top. But he got jacked. Nobody was like, oh my God, Carrot Top's so hot now.
No, but he's hotter. He bumped up from a 3 to a 4
so.
or 5.
He would have been better. He would have been
also,
skinny.
He pursued stand-up comedy and got really famous and rich, and now he's desirable. You can like pursue monetary gain.
But it's so dark. This is the point. Like, the best you can hope for is like, you're not gonna get like real love. They're like, oh, you can get wealthy and then have somebody who's like willing to exploit you for your wealth. Maybe.
Or you could open the door to potential future love with money. Money's like makes you admirable.
We're
right up
talking
front.
sub 4s.
Sure, but if that motherfucker right there, this guy, if that guy was worth $3 million,
okay, I argue for you though. The part of it is the hygiene, and so he could clean himself up to a 5.
Right, which is you can always jump up. I think I'm willing to say this actually. Any person on any number 1 through 10 can jump up at least one spot with just physical betterment, hygiene, and confidence, and like faking it till you make it.
Okay, but that also implies that they have enough cognitive ability. This is where I want to start talking about when we start talking about truly average people, and how if you're a truly average man, you have no shot at all. The average income. Hold on. Okay, the average man.
I thought it was 5'8"
in Texas makes $32,000, is 5'6", and it's the average weight, and he's between 135 and 175 pounds, so he's chunky.
Okay,
he's chunky, 5'6", makes $32,000, and here's the real kicker: he has an IQ of 100. He doesn't qualify for college.
Oh. Yeah, that's a tough.
He's tapping out at a high school level education. Okay, job applications with the IQ score between 100 and 102.
You can be a cop. That's not bad.
General office, dispatch. General office, I think. Just dispatch. I don't think you have. Oh, patrol officer, general clerk, cashier, data entry, meter reader. And that's my point. The only one of those that is a decently high salary job, being a police officer, involves putting your physical body on the line. So you can, this hypothetical man could hypothetically make 75 to 100K if he's willing to sacrifice about 10 years worth of lifespan off of his, and do something like being a welder, or we went from fun to sad. No.
I'm totally fine. Totally on your wavelength here. I don't see this as a problem, though.
But okay, this is what I'll pull it all together. This man also, and we said he's a 5. He also looks. So you're saying, like, because you're thinking of, and people do this where they're thinking of, oh, but what if he's funny, Or,
Sure.
oh, he's got money. No, he's a 5.
Perfectly average.
He's 5'6", 100 IQ, makes 32 a year. Like, he's the guy at Taco Bell.
So, yes, because to your point, if that guy was also made 3 times that amount of money, he's no longer a 5?
No, I think he's still a 5. I mean, where is he getting this money from?
His dad is a guy who...
Okay, sure. I mean, he can maybe punch a little bit above his weight.
Sure.
But
does that improve his number? Because I've always considered the number purely physical.
I think that on average, the degree to which money increases your attractiveness is as it correlates with intelligence. It's clear that people find higher intelligence attractive.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how many super dumb people there are that are like multimillionaires either. It doesn't happen very often.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, okay, but
but the whole just be yourself is like the worst advice anybody ever. Don't be yourself.
okay, so but what is the solution then? Let's say I'm a sub 4, which
first stop watching porn. First off.
Okay.
You are never having sex with somebody that hot in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Ever, unless you pay for it, and it's going to be a bad experience. That's one.
Yeah, you could also just start because there's
you need to start being able to be turned on by other uggos. That is
there needs to be a category for sub 4 porn. Just like super unattractive women getting piped down.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, that's not bad. But you are right in that,
and it should be very unathletic because you're also unathletic.
Yeah, but yeah. I have this problem where I am attracted to people much more attractive than myself, and which I think is everyone is. Everyone's attracted to the 7 through 9s.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, everyone shoots upward or wants to, that's what we jerk off to. And so then like in real life, when you got to lower your angle to someone on your same level, it's tough. And then you have to get to know them, and maybe you work with them, and like you start up a relationship as a conversation, like a coworker relationship, and then it blossoms into something else. That's a tale as old as time. But you don't start aiming at that person. You land on that person through trial and error.
Yeah.
Or through like lack of confidence. Because again, I think maybe not the sub 4s, but your 5s, your 4, 5, let's say 4, 5, and 6s. Can shoot high if they have the riz, if they have like the swag, and that requires intelligence. To your point,
yeah.
But I don't know if that's. I'm talking like I always think of Stavros Halkias. Love Stavi, ugly motherfucker, but super funny, super confident, and he is like, that is how he's also super intelligent. So that's how he found his path in life.
Yeah, I would say he's like, if we broaden the idea of an alpha male, he is an alpha male.
Definitely.
Like if he was in a room and he has a mic, he's basically like the leader of the clan in that room.
For sure.
If someone's like, get that guy, he's a piece of shit, people would start beating that guy up. So in essence, he has like hyper muscles because of his dominance position.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's a learned trait. There's not a whole, you can teach yourself how to do that.
How to what?
Fake it till you make it. Be like fake being confident, and then eventually you are confident.
I think he's probably an egomaniac. I don't think he's faking anything.
Maybe. I don't know. He seems really like a pretty authentic person just from what I've, whatever.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like anybody to be like, people should, I'm funny. And like being an artist is inherently like incredibly egomaniacal.
For sure. Having a podcast is the same way.
You should, but at least you're talking in a podcast. Be like, oh, I know you should go to work, but I make such special music that I should not only make a middle-class income, but a fabulous income from my music.
I think actually, I think the opposite. I think podcasting is lazier and more embarrassing. I think music is much cooler, and like you're actually creating art. Podcast is just shitting into a microphone.
I don't know. I disagree. As a musician and an artist, I think we're fucking way overrated.
Okay.
I think we could do with less artists. That's for sure with music. For sure with dance music. A lot of y'all need to go become accountants.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. Yeah, so I mean, I'd love to get into this whole world of yours, but do you want to disclose that you are a musician?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else would you like to tell us about yourself, sir?
Oh, I have lots of hot takes in terms of dance music and just musicians in general.
There is a thing, because everyone tells you, and this is what's shitty is that it's true, where you have to just kind of keep pushing and keep creating and keep posting until it happens, and then most of the time it doesn't happen. But that's what everyone tells you, is like most of the time it doesn't happen, and like you just consistency and being prolific and consistent are the two things that you have to be a online artist of any kind. And so then people without talent do the same thing of people with talent, you know, because they're told the same thing that the people with talent are, and then it's just clouded with slop.
Yeah. That's true. I think that, I think that algorithm is ruthless. Like, for sure, it's, you don't want to, I don't know. I think that that's more of a, do you think that's from the way the platform is made or because of the people?
I think it's because of the people. Everyone wants to be a content creator, myself included. I would love for this to be my life, you know?
Yeah.
It would be really a sick and like a full-time thing to do. And everyone sees it because everyone's on their phone so often. Everyone sees people doing it and it looks achievable.
Yeah.
So then people are like, I can do that. And then they'll pursue it to the gates of hell or death.
So I think about it too. I think about it this way. When you look at something and it's like 500 views, be like, that's crazy. Like, if you just imagine, instead of us sitting here, that like outside the window, even if it's just for 15 seconds, 500 people walk past, listen to what we're talking about, and we're like, ha, nice.
Yeah.
And like 30 of them were like, ha, cool.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh my God, I'm onto something.
100%.
You know?
It's huge.
I'd be like, oh, that was time well spent.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we look at it compared to like meteoric stuff, and you're like, oh, I'm trash. This is trash.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also that it's similar to the sub fours kind of like comparing themselves with the hots when you're a low tier content creator who's just putting out stuff because they're trying to make a name for themselves. You know, you're comparing yourself with the Stavros Halkiases of the world who are killing it, and you're like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? I just spent, this is my current issue actually. I'll spend time. I need to figure out how to make a clip factory. That's really the truth of it, is that I need, there are like AI slop creation tools online.
Yeah.
And I'm a slop podcast, but I don't want to be the one creating the garbage content. But I do, there's a way to do it that looks professional and looks good, and it doesn't take a fucking hour per clip like I'm doing now. And what I'm like, my current output is like 2 reels a week, which is not enough. It's not enough. And like, I hate the super low quality stuff. And then I compare myself to people that are doing it full time, who are, you know, creating like 8 to 10 reels a week per podcast episode. And
right.
It's a whole thing. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I think fuck them.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck the audience. Like, you guys suck.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to beg you for like please, like, I'm competing against thirst traps, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to compete against thirst traps. Like, some girl's showing her butthole through some fucking super tight yoga pants, and that's got 40,000 likes. And I'm supposed to say that the number of likes something gets is the fucking barometer of whether it's good or not? No.
I think thirst traps are good.
I mean, thirst traps are fine, but they're not like quality. They're slop.
It's slop.
That's anatomy.
Yeah, that's God-given talent is what it is.
No, it's anatomy. That's like, yeah, it's God-given. It's genetics.
Sure.
I mean, you're like, those are some genetics.
Honestly, what's funny is like, there's nothing, if you remove...
It's the absolute inverse of what you were talking about with having a crush at work, and it's a person that you like get to know. It's the absolute inverse. You're like, I like that thigh ratio.
Sure. Yeah. It's a, shit, I had a point. No, I lost it. Yeah, anyway.
But
I was gonna say, if you remove the sexuality element of it, if you can, especially if you find someone, the best way to do this is if you find a thirst trap that you're not particularly attracted to, or it's just like it's just a woman shaking her ass and you don't think she's hot. The low key tea sip through the shiesty. That's what's up. You can just see it for what it is, which is very embarrassing and cringy of just shaking, like you said, your anatomy. It's like getting your leg up and shaking your leg.
Yeah, it'd be like if I was like, like, it's super fucking cringe. And if I was doing that like genuinely,
yes,
be like,
unironically, yeah, doing that unironically is really something. Any sincerity at all is tough for me on the internet. I think it's tough. You have to really nail it. Sincerity in general is
let's talk about it.
Okay, actually, let me turn the camera over 1 second. All right, sincerity. What you got?
The worst offenders, I think, are recovery social media.
Ooh.
It is the worst thing ever.
Okay.
Yeah. Like these people that like are like day 5, you know, it's like day 5 off of meth.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And it's like, bro, shut up. Like nobody fucking care. Like, I mean, I care. I'm a person in recovery, shockingly. But like, bro, it's so fucking cringe. It's be like, dude, I didn't. It's like shitting yourself. Like if you're a chronic self shitter, you're like, day 5, I haven't shit myself as a 37-year-old man.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're not supposed to shit yourself at all. Period.
That's a great point. Great point. And what's funny is it's always the early people too who are, it's the because there is a thing of in recovery of like killing your ego and getting outside of yourself, and it's just so ego to be like, look at me, I'm doing it, I'm sober for a day. Yeah, and also to like be like click my like sober coaching link in the bio. Ooh, when it's like you're clearly an insane person. Yeah, and like you don't have a good life outside of talking at your phone. Like the thing you're doing well is talking at your phone. Yeah, man. I think again, it's sincerity in general, but specifically when you're trying to monetize your shit in any kind, and there's a difference too between just like running ads on a podcast to me and what you said. Here's my coaching link, or like here's my TikTok thing that I'm shilling because I got a thing with the company. I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way every single time. When you throw in monetization, all bets are off. I think it's addict behavior. Yeah. When you're like, oh, I fucking grift. Let's go. Sure. Like I can fucking, I'm not going to go to school and fucking get qualified. I'm going to find a little loophole. I'm going to get the instant gratification. It's shortcut, which is again why so many people gravitate towards content creation, because it feels like a shortcut to life. I mean, that is kind of the. You telling me I have to work 1 hour a week recording a podcast and just give all this shit to other people? Yeah. That's the dream, right? Yeah. I mean, I just think at the end of the day, like in 5 years, the only thing that's going to like still be relevant is the money you've generated from it. Oh, I mean, and like also the friends you make along the way, but like in general, who gives a fuck what people think about it is generally how I feel. Yeah. But also there's no other way to build a thing than to start and to do, which is why there's so many people that are doing it poorly, like myself. But I've been wanting to do the podcast for so long, and then every year I would be like, fuck, I haven't done anything yet. Or then whatever. Had I started 5 years ago, I'd be a lot further along today. And 5 years from now, I'll hopefully be a lot, because I've actually been doing you're already top 5%, like top 2% of all people actually doing the thing. 98% of people never even do the thing at all. Yes. Which is what I was gearing up to. I was gearing up to a life of never having done the thing. But enough of this masturbatory podcast bullshit. Let's get back to a slopic brother. All right, so I want to know. We went back to the sub fours. I'm curious, where does your interest come in these people? Because I agree with you for a lot of it, but why do you care so much? Why do I care so much? Yes, because I'm a man of the people. What is it? That you'll be judged by the least among you. The among least us. Fuckable among us. No, among us. Yeah, because like I think that I mean, I was super fat growing up. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I think I felt like I think there's a mind fuck that happens when you are everything but fuckable. Oh yeah. Like people love you and people want to be around you and people invite you to the thing, but it's like as soon as you like even hint at showing up as a sexual being, people are like, "Oh, you're making it weird." Yeah. By the way, that mindset kind of never leaves you, or for me at least. So for me, the like whole. I feel like there's like, I don't want to get into any bashing, but there was like dual messaging where it's like, just be yourself. Girls like nice guys. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden it was like, nice guy syndrome. They're the scum of the earth. And it's like, I think there's like this, that was the missing piece. Like there's like, if there's anything from the Manosphere that I think is absolutely true, is that like there's a double speak that happens, or like maybe women aren't even aware of what they're actually interested in. Mm-hmm. Or like when they say I want a nice guy, they're imagining a 7 who's also nice. yeah. They're not imagining a 3. But if you're like a 5, I mean, I still have Riz, I still had some gay, especially as I got into my 20s, but like
people are like, okay, I'm doing the equation. I'm like a good human. I'm kind to people.
Mm-hmm.
I tell girls they're pretty.
The Chappelle.
And like, I ask them out in a polite way, and like, I'm getting nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, bro, you need to lose 80 pounds.
Yes.
But like, you're never going to hear that advice from fucking the polite society.
Yeah. Just be
So
yourself.
I think that's
just be
yourself.
a fat guy.
Also, like, if you're at all neurodivergent, like, you probably need some social skills. Like, you need to learn. Like, for me, I think that's a big part. That's different than the sub 4 thing. But like, if you're kind of like have special interests that you only talk about, and then you keep getting invited to one party and then not following parties, like, you kind of need to, like, you can say, oh, it's not about like not being yourself, but to some degree, being social is to suppress yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of being a functional member of society is suppressing yourself. Like, you don't go grope everyone you want to grope.
Oh, true.
You're a predator.
Yeah.
If you're just, and that would be like being 100% your authentic self.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
Like, a large part of being a functional society is suppressing yourself. So, but my thing is that I think there's a lack of guidance for the sub 4s.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my passion comes from. Is that like, I luckily have some things going on for me, right?
So what do you tell these people? Actually,
Get a 3.
Yeah, but they don't want a 3. They want a 7.
Well, then they just die alone.
Yeah. Lower your standards.
Lower your stand. What? Stop treating people as objects would be step 1.
Don't put them on a scale of attractiveness 1 to 10.
Yeah. People are going to do it to you, but you don't have to do it to people.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's the most fun thing to do, though, is to rate. I love reading everything in my life. Movies that I see, fucking albums. People,
yeah.
It's categorical. My brain works that way.
No, I get your bread up and get in the gym. Get as hot as possible. Looks max.
That's exactly what I said earlier.
But
you said no
don't
good.
Delude yourself.
Okay.
Also, like, set your expectations low. Like, if you're a 4, you can work for 4 or 5 years, make $60K. You're still gonna be 5'2" or 5'6", and you're still gonna be fucking ugly in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, don't think that this suddenly entitles you to some. Oh, I have another.
Please.
That I actually think that for the most part, the 5s are with the 5s, the 6s are with the 6s, so on and so forth. Because everyone's just so dog shit nowadays that, like, when you think of a reasonably attractive person, that person is actually a 9.
Okay.
Like, most people dress like shit, are overweight or obese. I'm not saying you can't be big and, but I'm talking like hell, if you like, if you got a BMI over 40, I personally don't think that's attractive. But I think if we're being honest, most people don't think that's attractive.
Without question.
Like, just seriously, insanely, morbidly obese. I'm not talking fluffy. I'm not talking like, talking.
I will also say fluffy is no good for me. Like, personally,
really?
yeah, I'm not into it.
I love it. No.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah, no.
When you say fluffy, but wait, different definitions. But I by the way, and this is
burly.
Sure,
is another way of putting it.
I'm also fat as shit. And
you're burly.
Okay, thank you. I'm burly, but I'm not attracted to what I am, which I think most people have that same problem of like, yeah, this is what I am, but I want to fuck me. I want to fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know. You're also what, 6'7"? 6'7". So 6'7". So you're like already, that's like makes you an 11 out of 10.
I don't think so.
On
but I appreciate
height,
it.
yeah.
Sure. But there's also, because I think.
No, you're not freakish. You're not 6'11".
I disagree. I think 6'7" is approaching freakish, where 6'4" is, I think, peak perfect height. And then like anything above that is like, oh, Jesus Christ.
You could be drowning in puss.
Yeah, but I'm not into, I don't like puss as much.
But what I'm saying is, in terms of like your actual rating, that is like a 13 out of 10 attribute.
I agree. I'm happy to have it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Although there was a time in my life when I would fantasize about being like 6'3", 6'4". Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like giantess, like of being like a small boy.
Oh no, I would never see as many problems as the height thing. You know, as many problems that I have with it. It's not as bad as being short. Let's be fucking for real. Let's be so for real.
Yeah.
There's a thing of I saw there's a Twitter screenshot. It was like r/short/r/tall, like the different kind of posts that you'll see.
Yeah.
And the tall one is like, oh man, really difficult to find like size 16 shoes. Like, you guys have any suggestions? And like the short one was like, I'm going to kill myself today.
That's okay. I do think I have a low tolerance for hearing anything from women about like tolerance, or because it's like you guys are the most shallow, materialistic species.
Sure.
Like, it'd be like most women have a requirement of like 5'10" and above.
Mm-hmm.
As we saw, the average is 5'6".
Yeah, it knocks out 70% of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't want to hear it.
And they also do the thing of we're just gonna get into full misogyny, like women bashing on this.
Dude, it's where gays and straights unite. I know the secret.
There's also the thing of like, you know, they'll say online like, oh, we love our short kings. Like they're very like kind of performative and vocal about short people, but they never fuck them.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my thing is that like, I think that actually women's attraction is somewhat morally dubious in general.
Lay it on me.
Like the guys that they think are the hottest. And I'm not saying y'all can control what you find attractive. I'm just as guilty. Like if there's like a super bad tattooed goth mommy who's like definitely a terrible person in real life, I'm still like, mommy. Yeah, like I'm still like, yes, that. Versus like a 6 that's like a good person and like shaped like a hot dog. I'm gonna be like, no. So I'm like, you know, like, just being real. You know, I'm not saying I'm above it, but I don't watch female serial killer movies and be like, fuck, she's so hot, I wish she would kill me.
Yep.
I've never once been attracted to a female criminal, like a real criminal, like a sex criminal or murder people.
There's very few of them.
But they're out there.
Sure.
And in movies and stuff, I've never seen like the evil witch and been like, fuck, she's so hot.
Yeah.
But it's like the trope.
The bad boy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, let her out 1 second. There is an interesting thing there of like the element of danger is prevalent. It's in every single one of these, like the Stephanie Meyers or the 50 Shades. It's like there's a little bit of edge there, and it makes it dangerous and exciting but fun. I agree with you.
I went on Amazon and I skimmed through the top romance novels and the top like erotic, the in-between stuff. And that's what convinced me. Because one story was about a billionaire who somehow has like a contract that he owns the woman and that she has to do whatever he wants sexually. This was the number one. I'm not finding obscure things. Like I found this by being like, what is the most popular? And then the other one was a like really bad guy that like locked her up and did all sorts, you know.
I think
these were like 10,000. All the reviews are like, oh my God, it's the best story ever.
Yeah. There's also an element of when you remove the agency from the thing and it's a forced or semi-forced situation, that also removes a lot of the guilt or the shame of desiring the thing, because you're like, hey, he's forcing me to be here. Oopsie daisy, I can't say no. I guess I'll say yes. Or like,
sure.
That's like that kind of strong-armed man of like lead the way thing. I do get being attracted to that, and yeah, like I said, it's when you're making the decision to do all these sexually devious things,
yeah,
yourself, that's harder to do.
Vampires. What are they?
Mythical blood-sucking creatures.
If you were going to put them under the law, what would you categorize them as? Like if you were going to subject them to human law.
Okay. Murderers?
Murderers.
Sure.
But not just regular murderers. They'd be serial killers. And not just regular serial killers. They'd be like generational mythical serial killers. They put like Ted Bundy to shame. They'd be like, oh, you did it for 10 years?
Yeah.
Brother, I've been at this for 600.
Yeah.
I've been slaughtering people for 600 years. And that is like the number one. But he can't be broke either.
It doesn't make your dick hard.
He can't be broke. He can't be broke.
No.
He's also got to have like $30 million. So a rich serial killer. And that's like the number one genre trope.
I don't not get it, but I do. I don't. It's a kind of alarming. I know what you mean. I don't know.
So to come away with the idea that, oh, like maybe I should make a lot of money and be as hot as possible.
Start murdering ladies.
No, not murder ladies.
Aw.
No, they never murder ladies. It's about murdering other guys.
Right.
It's about protection.
Right.
He's the ultimate protector.
Yes.
He's not going to let morals get in the way of
No, but
protecting me.
Real serial killers do murder ladies, and ladies are still flocking to them a lot. Or sending Ted Bundy a mail in the.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I was trying to be nice and just use the vampire. This is actually at the core of like, is female attraction fundamentally immoral?
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're getting dicey here. We're getting dicey.
No, I don't want to go there because I don't want to judge. Like, that's a whole can of worms. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, for sure. Those ladies are going on those tours and they're getting wet.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just like, oh, this is an interesting historical fact. They're like going there. Like, have you seen those documentaries? I saw a documentary where a lady went to, who's the really hot one?
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. It was like Ted Bundy's like, and they were like,
Which, by the way, he's a 6, but he's hot for a serial killer. Please continue.
yeah, well, he's diced.
Sure.
We know ladies like abs as much as they want to say. That's like, he had the like Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
The ultimate male physique.
Yeah. That's the female gaze. Yeah. Ted Bundy is like for the female gaze.
I think that's more what dudes aspire to be, more than what females want to fuck. Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
No.
I think I've never heard once a woman say, "Oh, Jesus Christ, Brad Pitt in Fight Club." It's always dudes who are like, "Dude, Brad Pitt in Fight Club."
100%. If a guy took his shirt off and he looked like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, 100% of women would. No woman would go, ew.
No, I agree with that completely. But I was saying, as a reference point, I always hear dudes talk about it as like the ultimate physique that they want to achieve.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't. Just as a reference, whatever. We're saying the same thing.
I think that is much closer to the female gaze than like a Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Or super muscular.
Yeah. The Rock or some shit.
Yeah, I think generally, like, yeah, ladies like, the lean muscular.
Yeah, agreed. And so do I.
But Ted Bundy,
That's
yeah, there
also
you go.
my shit.
There you go.
I have no interest whatsoever in The Rock.
That's so funny.
Miss me with that shit.
No, I don't know what my male type would be. Probably a very effeminate. Yeah.
I also love a Chalamet.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking more like what's that one guy? He's like borderline trans, very famous makeup artist guy. Charles.
Oh, James Charles.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
That is like, almost a
Yeah,
woman.
get him a tit job.
Sure.
I'm sure that's my kind of man.
I think you might just be interested in females. That's
Yeah. I want to be part of the community, goddammit. I'm
just be a
tired of being an ally.
straight man.
I'm tired of being an ally, dude.
All right, so we came
I
at
want a
women.
letter.
You want to come at the gays, dude? Please.
I
I'd
want
love
a
to.
letter, yeah.
Come at us, bro. What you got?
Well, oh, no, I don't have any. I'm an ally, dude.
Okay, I appreciate
No,
that.
I'm saying I want to be part of the community.
Okay, so you got to.
But I have also another.
You got to remove the sliced
I think we gotta get quote unquote bisexual women that have never dated a woman and are now in a relationship with a conservative man out of the LGBTQ. They're out. That's where the gate comes up.
Yeah.
As a non-member, that's my strongly held opinion. If you're not eating puss at least a couple of times in your life,
You're not
you
bi.
don't qualify.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree. Because it is like the trendy sort of 21st century thing to say, I'm bisexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 38% of...
Fucking for real. Let's be for real.
Yeah. Ladies are hot. If you like a lady, that doesn't make you bisexual. Or, I don't know. They could still be bisexual. They just don't need representation.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll tell you my other thing. So I went into a club one time, and it was like a gay party. Like it was not a gay club. They had like rented it out, and we're having like a gay day party.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, dude, this is the most misogynistic thing ever. Like, gays get this pass.
Oh, dude, gays are super misogynistic.
But they get this pass where it's like, this is a misogynist dream. There's not a lady in sight.
Yeah, you're right.
There's like 600 dudes, and there's no ladies. And then if a lady showed up, they'd probably be like,
Misogynists, though, are not... they don't want to surround them. Well, maybe they do, but I think they want women there. They just want them to be subservient and sex objects, right? Your typical straight misogynists, they don't want a lack of women in the room. They're cool with women being there. But I see what your point.
Yeah.
And also to expand on that, gay. There is a ton of
I
misogyny.
think it depends on how far down the rabbit hole you've gone.
Sure.
If you're just done with ladies, you know.
Yeah,
Do you know about MGTOW?
What's that?
MGTOW?
No.
We might get demonetized. Like, we might
There's no
have to cut this.
monetization here.
No, but get like suppressed. It's like completely wiped off the internet.
What you got?
It's men going their own way.
Okay.
So it's like men that just like have decided not to have women in their lives at all.
Holy shit.
Hold on. Let's see if we can find a.
Where were we?
Dude, okay, so I wanted to show you some tremendously sad men bagging on women in a movement called MGTOW, which has mostly been scrubbed from the internet, but it's basically men going their own way.
Okay.
So these are guys that like...
Is this like a AP eventual, like what you graduate to as an incel?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Well, it's just like when you give up completely. So none of this is what I found originally. What I found was like a guy living in his van, and he's like recording a video on his like camera in the woods explaining why he's gone MGTOW and why it's like he's not a loser and like how it's not, but he's just done and there's no winning with women. And so like, you're just better off like,
That's really hardcore.
Yeah.
It is like the ultimate fantasy of, it's like the ultimate fantasy of a lot of people to like, you know, I'm one of these days I'm just going to move out to the woods and just live by myself and like live off the land. That is a fantasy that I hear pretty often. The no women thing is new.
Yeah. Well, it's I mean, okay, I think there is some validity to like not making okay. Yeah, Harvey doesn't have a mask on, so I'll keep it.
I don't give a shit.
So there's some validity to not making your best friends women. Or just people of the opposite sex, okay? Because assuming we weren't married or not related, when you got married, it wouldn't change anything about the dynamic of our relationship other than, like, if you were my best friend, right? Mm-hmm. And you got married, it wouldn't change much. But just in general, if you're friends with somebody, I've had loads of female friends that when they got engaged or got into a serious relationship, the friendship basically disappeared. And that's good and normal. I'm not even mad at it. But practically, it's like if you're going to invest your time into male friendships or female friendships, you should invest the MGTOW onto something a little bit, but not too much.
No, I see it. I mean, there is like that's kind of there's a thing of even if you don't want to. Oh boy, this is. I was gonna say it and I'll cut it later if it's sure. There is a thing of like, you know, men do. As much as you hang out with your female friends and you just like it's totally platonic. Most men want to be fucking their female friends a lot of the time. And like they hang out with attractive women because it's just better. It's more interesting to be around attractive people. I do the same thing. Everyone is guilty of that on some level, right? And there's not like, even if there's no hope or prayer of a sexual outlet there, it's still you still have the drive. Attraction is more, you're literally... You want to be around those people. It's more than just sexually attractive. They are attractive in more than one way. And like people want to hang out with hot people. I have the same fucking disease. So yeah, I totally get that. And then to your point, when you do end up tying the knot with some person, some lucky lady, suddenly she's like, I don't know if I really want you hanging out around with all these 7s and 8s that you've been surrounding yourself with. Yeah,
I mean, and I think it goes both ways, but like. Also, it's I'm gonna stop adjusting levels. Stop.
Was I low or high?
No, it was just a little hot in my. It was a little hot in my headphones. Yeah, I think that's the. So anyhow, so that's kind of the validity of MGTOW. I mean, I went a couple of years after a relationship where like the only women I really practically talked to was like my mother and sister.
Who you don't want to fuck?
No.
Okay.
Yes. That is accurate.
Right.
But like. So I've dabbled. I do think it's a little bit because I think this is the tragic. I actually have like a working theory I'm working on, which is that like one of the downsides of PC culture is that like it used to be that people made racial humor, and I've never been a fan of it, but it was like a more commonplace thing. And then now only actual racists are willing to make that kind of humor. And so people fall down these rabbit holes. So like Nick Fuentes is the only one willing to make freaking, and then people are like, and then they're like actually listening to Nick Fuentes, which is terrible because he's an ethno-nationalist.
Sure.
And like an actual Nazi and an actual bad person.
I think that I would have agreed with you 4 years ago, but the culture swung so far back in the other direction where it's also acceptable now. People are not getting canceled anymore.
No, yeah, and I think that but I think the same is true with the Manosphere. That there's like things that we're not talking about because they're polite. They're impolite to talk about.
Okay.
Like that you should have male friends instead of female friends. But then you have some dude that just like fucking hates ladies.
Yeah.
And he's like saying, and you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Cynthia is a bad friend. Yeah. She only calls me when she needs to move her furniture. Maybe I should hate women.
That's like the kind of the problem with the conservative movement in general is that you guys have, or I shouldn't say you guys.
whoa. I'm not a conservative at all.
I should say they have all of the fucking Nazis and assholes and super, they have like all the most extreme dredges of society. And like, you know, the super hardcore liberals are annoying, but they're not hateful. Or maybe they're hateful a little bit, but like, you know what I mean? Like when your movement, like that's why I think just center mid, either direction is like where most of my friends lie. And I don't know, there is like it's like where the evil is happening, right? Is in the conservative party?
I don't know.
Am I wrong on this?
I think that like, no, I think there's as much extremism on the other side too. Which way is this going? I want to make sure I'm nice and hot.
Is there as much violence? I mean, the Charlie Kirk thing was like the first thing that I've seen in ever.
No, but what I'm saying is that they like justify it. Like for example, with like, well, I'm trying to think of a not spicy example, but like there's this like thing on the left where they're like, well, it's okay to kill civilians because you're a marginalized group, and that's super extreme.
Yeah. I guess. But is it all most of the regimes are very conservative regimes, right? All the people that are killing ladies and doing stuff like this. By the way, have you heard of the Riyadh Comedy Festival?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so wild. It is like every comedian, every well-known comedian, 3/4 of my Mount Rushmore actually are going to this festival. Tim Dillon was going to do it, and he talked about it openly on several podcasts about like how much they were going to pay him, and then he was just very flippant and and making fun of the Saudi Arabian situation, and so they fired him. But do you have an opinion on this thing? Like, I think it is like an absurd amount of money, but I don't particularly find it as morally reprehensible as a lot of people on the left seem to. I got no opinion here. I
mean, I think it's fucking, you're a dickbag if you're already wealthy and you play that festival.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you're already fucking got gobs of money and generational wealth, like what the fuck?
What's the point?
Yeah, stop being a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I mean, it's like if you're already worth $20 million and you're like, yeah, let me get another 20 from like the Saudis.
It is fucking wild. I also think it is.
That's bad.
I think it's because it's like 90% of the New York comedy scene. A couple of LA people thrown in there, but it does feel like one of them was like, hey, are you gonna do this? They're offering me a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, maybe. Are you gonna do it? And then once 2 or 3 people go out, they're doing it. Okay, I guess we're all doing it.
It's okay for all of us to do it.
I saw a thing that was like Pete Davidson, who's doing it, his dad died in 9/11.
Yeah.
And it's like these are the guys that were like planning 9/11.
I mean, I don't know. There's something to be said though for like it's gonna be edgier comedy than's ever been done in Saudi. So there's like something to be said for like I don't know, what's the basketball diplomacy? Like this idea of like, you know, like the USSR and the US like played basketball games during the Cold War.
Oh, yeah.
And
or
stuff
like
that.
On Christmas, everyone puts their guns down and shakes hands or whatever.
Yeah, or just like there's like infecting the world with like American like debauchery.
Yeah, I get that, but that's already happened. Like Hollywood is so prevalent. I was in when I was in España with my brother. I was blown away at how much American culture was just everywhere. It was just everywhere. And like I was like, oh shit, we really do have like a chokehold on the world. It's pretty remarkable stuff. They had all our movies, all our music. That was actually in 2016 when Trump was getting elected, or like there was the big Hillary Trump election. So, but Trump was everywhere on every TV.
Yeah,
like, you guys really care about our stuff, I guess.
Yeah, we're the world's superpower.
Yeah. So then that's already happened, the culture thing, and also the Saudis the ones buying the golf teams and the esports leagues and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so then like they have unlimited money, and
I think they're trying to transition out of oil. They're trying to figure out other ways to make money in the future.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Not the most lucrative thing. It's really not.
Comedy. That's gonna
stand-up comedy.
I got it.
Esports and stand-up comedy. Yeah. I think it's purely just...
They've had an infinite money glitch for like 80 years. They haven't really had to come up with new ideas.
I really don't think this is a money-making venture. I think this is like a, hey, we're hip, we're cool, we can do cool shit too type thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't hate. I don't know. I honestly don't know a whole lot about their entire situation. That's why I'm just purely I'm standing on a place of ignorance.
It's crazy because like Saudis are like the least fun Arabs.
Really?
Yeah. Like maybe Moroccans are the most fun. Every Arab country has a take on rice and chicken.
A take, like a
opinion?
Opinion?
Like a dish, a version of a chicken and rice dish.
Okay.
And like the Tunisians and the Moroccans have like raisins and cinnamon and all sorts of flavor going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then like in like Egypt, they have like a crazy dish that has like beans and pasta and like, okay, and that's their like national dish. It doesn't necessarily have chicken in it, but like it's a crazy amalgamation. You put like hot sauce on it and it's like, and then like Libyans have like tomato and it's oil and lamb. And okay, if you go to Saudi, they're like, this is best chicken, butter, salt,
and chicken. Yeah,
and chicken. So it's like, and it's bomb. It is very tasty, but it is rice and chicken. There's no fucking like, and there's butter and salt, and they did it really well. But so I think that's an analogy for like Saudi as a whole. That they're like there are no frills kind of. They're not big on yucks.
Yes, which is why the whole thing is so odd and why it's made such a splash online. It's like it's just such a weird thing. It's a weird thing for the comedians to sign on, and the fact that it's every single one of them, like all of the famous people. I
think they started going backwards when they let ladies drive. I was like, that's the one thing you guys had right. Yeah.
They have Asians over there. They should outlaw that too.
Yeah. I don't know. They do have stuff around. Yeah, they have a lot of Southeast Asians that are maybe kind of forced slave labor. So
yeah, it's like the Avengers of bad driving. You get like 6 Asian women. Oh boy, yeah. Cut that. Yeah. So maybe the goal or what we should be striving for is to leave them alone or whatever the acronym is and go out in the woods and fuck off for a while.
Should we watch a clip?
Let's watch a clip.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Rhett. I got ideas today from Man Talk.
Yeah, like this guy repels pussy. That's the actual. Like this guy makes women's skin crawl. That's his core problem that he cannot look at.
This is also why this is like you guys have
Who's you guys?
You guys, the Manosphere fucking
I am not a member of the Manosphere.
You are the one. I have heard so much more about it from you than I have anyone else.
I'm an amateur anthropologist.
God, even just the intro. Can we talk about that, by the way? That like sitting down, the camera intro, sitting down in the chair. Hey, here we go. I'm a guy.
This is definitely gonna be like one of the worst humans you've ever met.
So you guys have all of these dweebs in your
This is not me. I'm not associated with these people.
In your movement, in your Manosphere movement, you have all these fucking dweebs. That's my problem. That's my problem with incel culture is that like you have all the worst, like the dredges of society who are just like the biggest douchebags. Look at the gel in this man's hair.
But okay, this is okay. I'm gonna make it not fun again. Is it possible that your stereotypical image of a neurodivergent person is of a neurodivergent person from privilege? Meaning like a neurodivergent person that was in a family that got them resources. Okay. And that a lot of the cringiest and shittiest people that you know are actually just like neglected neurodivergent people.
I guess.
Like they grew up with a shitty dad.
Yeah.
and they have autism.
I guess, but there's no excuse to be an asshole. You can be neurodivergent and
But when were they supposed to learn that? If they just have like a piece of shit alcoholic dad who's like bags on women, and then they grow up and have tremendous problems with women, and now they're like 35 and this guy. And he's taking his love of technology to like try to funnel and make a life for himself, you know?
But those are the leaders of your movement, are these fucking assholes. These guys are, yeah, this is the dude you want? This is your king? Rappel's pussy. Rappel's pussy is so good. But you know, this is your neurodivergent fucking Manosphere guy who is doing a public proposal without clearing it with her beforehand.
Yeah.
That is some autism behavior.
Okay, but if he was a 10 out of 10, what do you think she'd say?
She'd say yes, but you gotta play your cards better than this. You gotta
but that's my point. His only real mistake is being born
ugly and potentially, yeah,
and potentially neurodivergent. Right? What's the hallmark of autism? Like not good at reading social cues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but you gotta get good, similar to like a game or something. You gotta figure it out, bro. You gotta work harder because this is no good. And then also, I don't think there's any. Okay, so here is another my other tentpole argument about the Manosphere thing and the incel thing in general. I think it is the least productive thing you can do to like be in these communities and surround yourself with people who are black-pilled and like doom spiraling the same way that you're doing, because it just feeds into your own insecurities and makes you more hateful, more vengeful. And like, there's a degree of comfort that comes from like sharing your story with other people who have similar experiences. But you could also get into like a fitness Reddit or some shit like how to better yourself, or like a positivity mindset bullshit. And no matter how like it might be half futile or not fully, might not work out completely, but it's better for your brain. Even if it doesn't work out, it's better for your brain.
I think this is what I actually think. I think the Manosphere is full of beta cucks. That they're actually like, they're obsessed with the opinions of women.
Oh yeah, sure. Totally.
Because that's like, they're still centering their entire worth on whether they can or can't get women. The real trick is to go your own way.
Live in the woods.
Here's the thing: here's the actual truth.
And bang sheep.
If you actually concern yourself with just the opinions and respect of men, women suddenly become very attracted to you.
Yeah, I could see that.
Now you still gotta respect ladies. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta be a decent human.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just strive,
but you don't have them in your friend group.
But if you strive to compete with other men as your main metric of your self-worth, you'll end up being where like women are flirting with you.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. That's very Jim Bro.
Like, and kind of what you're saying. Like you don't take it to. But why? What muscle group is actually the most functional?
Functional or hot?
Functional.
I'm gonna guess shoulders, back.
Yeah, I'd say your back, your
legs.
Posterior chain.
Sure.
Right, probably your core.
Mm-hmm.
Like your ability to throw another man, right, is based on your posterior chain, right? What's the number one glam muscle? What's the number one muscle that... Exactly. So even gym bros are betas because they're still doing it for perceived hotness.
Yeah, but they do it to show out to each other, though. The gym bro thing, they're like, bro, you're looking good. Like, dude, that good shit, like that sort of compliment chain comes from other dudes most of the time.
But from other beta men.
Maybe, but aren't we all like? There's very few alphas in the room.
Yeah,
I'm certainly not one of them, and I'm looking for an outlet, looking for a thing. I'm not an alpha. That is not true.
People definitely look. If you look people in the eyes, they're looking down first.
I guess, but it is so performative and fake what I'm doing all the time. I'm faking all of it. I'm so insecure.
I know, but listen. Prior to 1850, you were the peak. You were a human, like howitzer.
Yeah, I get that, and
just whether you feel it or not.
Yes, just
in your physicality, you are the alpha.
I agree with that. I hear what you mean, and and my entire life I've been told that, and that's like kind of part of this. Is again, we're getting like masturbatory, and no one gives a fuck about my situation, but I've been told that my entire life, right? Of like, you got to embrace your size, like get mad, learn how to be the big guy in the room. And I've been running from it for so long. And my parents kind of had to like drill it into my head of like, square your shoulders, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Don't like duck under. Like, I just wanted to blend into the crowd my whole life.
I don't think being the alpha is actually that fun.
Okay.
Like being an actual alpha is not that fun.
Okay.
But it does confer certain things. But I think that, like, that's what I'm saying. I think most of the things you hear about, like, alpha males and stuff, like, in a lot of ways, the guy in prison doing life is, like, the most alpha guy. Like, psychotic men, like, it's not a good thing necessarily or inherently. And it's just one metric, right? But it is something, as we talk to, that women respond to. So that's what I'm getting at with the alpha thing, is that, like on some level, just physically, you could crush a lot of men's skulls.
Sure.
Or you could punch people in the sternum and their lungs would collapse.
Sure.
Right? The average male.
Is that the metric?
If you put yeah.
It's not Riz?
No. I think almost everything in society boils down to a capacity for violence.
Okay. This is pretty barbaric opinion of yours. I don't know I think we can kind of move past a lot of this.
You think so? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, okay, then I'll go down your train of logic and like, what are muscles then? Why are we attracted to that at all, like at a base level?
This is what I'm saying about biceps. This is performative.
Yeah.
Even for other men, but it's for other men that are trying to attract women. This is my take, is that bodybuilding is just cosplaying as a tough guy.
Oh, sure.
You're not an actual tough guy.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of gay.
Yeah, a little bit.
The bodybuilding thing, it's questionable.
It's kind of cool. I think that, like, you know, it's like celibate gayness or something.
Sure. But that is I can't imagine. There's got to be very few women that are into that physique.
No, there's loads of women that are into it. They just don't say it publicly.
Okay. Maybe.
It's just like being into bimbos.
Right.
Yeah, how many guys are going to cop to being like, dude, I love chicks with fake tits and like fake lips and super skinny.
Yeah, I hear you, but I don't think...
look at Instagram. It's obviously something that a lot of guys are into.
The bodybuilding guys are so on the extreme, though, where most people are going to look at that and go, wow, but they're not going to go, my pussy's wet.
But like, look at like BBLs. BBLs are really extreme. I'd say that it's about as extreme as like a bodybuilding physique.
But an ass is a sex object. I don't know if like a torso is as much a sex object.
Yeah, because it confers like physical dominance or the appearance of physical dominance.
Yes.
And then it's like an exaggerated
Maybe it's just
form.
because I don't find it hot at all as a gay. And I just couldn't be bothered with it at all. I'm looking for slender athletic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe I'm just attracted to what I'm attracted to, and other people are attracted to what they're attracted to. And also, I'm certain most women would choose The Rock over Chris Farley or whatever, like some fat.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Farley is a handsome guy, but
bad example.
Like Danny DeVito, not famous. Yeah. Sorry, Danny. Yeah.
There's a sub-4 who found a niche. He figured out how to act. Learned he was
hilarious. I don't think he's a sub-4. Let's look at young Danny DeVito.
No, you're right. He's just short. And you know what he found? He found a short wife. And now they have.
But that was before the internet.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
He's a handsome guy.
He's a looker. He's just 4 foot nothing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No way sub-4.
No. He's at least. I mean, he's got strong facial symmetry.
6 or 7 even.
Yeah.
With the Riz, with the
hair.
Acting.
Yeah, bro.
All right. Another bad example, but anyway.
There's no ugly famous people. I think it's like an evolutionary thing where we just like despise the genetically unlucky. Like, and we try to wrap it up, and that's what I think that's my thing with the incel thing, is that we try to wrap it up and these people are morally bad. I'm like, I think if you lived their life, you'd probably be just like them or worse.
I have empathy for those people, but
obviously I'm not talking about people that resort to like the like extreme outliers that resort to like physical violence.
I have empathy for those people, but I do think, again, that you can improve your situation. And even if you can't improve your situation, if you're like a 1, right, and it's an unimprovable deformity on your face or whatever, you can still not surround yourself with people that are so black-pilled and miserable.
Yeah.
Because where's the good that comes from that?
I guess. But like, also, you're presuming that they're charismatic. Like, boring people.
Oh, the worst. God.
So imagine you're like a 2 and boring.
I'll kill myself. I would kill myself right away.
And then someone's like, dude, just get out there. Put yourself out there. You're like, go fuck yourself, dude. Fuck you.
But here's what
Just work out.
yeah. But I don't have any empathy for those people. I want them to.
Yeah, it's because this is tyranny of the masses. This is what I'm saying.
I have no empathy for boring people specifically. I have empathy for the ugly, but I do not. If you're boring, you can go fuck yourself. Take your own life, bro. I just don't. I have no space for you.
I think boring people on average probably had mean parents.
Okay, I don't have empathy for you still.
Really?
No.
Like if you got roasted every time you tried to like put yourself out there growing up.
All right, you're warming me up to this idea. I don't want them in my life at all.
Yeah.
And maybe I can give you a little bit of like, yeah, okay, I see where you're coming from, but then they're going to try to keep talking. And the thing with boring people is that they never, ever shut the fuck up.
It's true.
They never stop talking.
It's true.
And so there's no self-awareness either. If you had self-awareness that you were like what your earlier example, if you were a 2 and you were boring, those people don't know that they're boring. They think that they're put upon by women, right?
Yeah.
And like if you're a 2 and you're funny, and that's something, maybe you jump up a couple ranks. I don't know. I just think there's always stuff you could do.
What is the feeling of there being people that are hopeless and can't improve their situation like make you feel? Because most people, this is where they get to, where they're like, no, there's always something you can do.
I still think there is always something you can do. You haven't swayed me from that opinion.
But like, so you have a creative mind.
Yeah.
What would you rate your creativity out of 10?
Ugh.
As compared to other people, you know?
6 or 7.
Okay. Now, but you imagine that there's people that are what? On creativity.
You mean other people or people that I look up to?
Other people. No, not people you look up to.
What, my friends are less?
Not your friends. The clerk. The store.
Much
waiter,
less. Sure.
Coworkers you've had.
Sure. Much less.
There's people, it's a spectrum probably.
Sure.
And there's people that are 5 out of 10s and what?
And less than sub 4s.
And sub 4s. So you take for granted that you could come up with creative solutions to your problems. That's my other point. If you're average or slightly below average, which is also, I want to point out, 50% of the population.
Yeah. Sure.
You're not going to be able to come up with, you're going to need to watch somebody.
Yeah, but
they tell you what to do.
Then make it a better person. Make it a better guy on YouTube. But choose David Goggins instead of this fucking dweeb.
David Goggins, dude. I'm so glad that he's kind of
fallen off. Do you think he's too? What's your opinion on that guy?
He's a tryhard.
Okay, but he has tried very hard.
And I'm a person that's pro tryhard, but I don't think it's like towards an end. I don't know. He's like some sort of weird. I think he's almost like a mystic. Like he's embraced like pain and suffering as like a spiritual path.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool, but it's not very functional for most people.
No, it's very Batman Begins.
Yeah,
unless normal human.
But also, it's like, why would I want to? Like, nobody's gonna run an ultra marathon,
right?
And he has like no knees.
You ever run a race, by the way? I want to train for a 5K.
No, I hate running.
Okay, never mind.
I think but it is very, it's a common.
It's terrible.
It's a little basic of you.
Yeah. I just ran. The reason I want to train to do like a real race because I ran a 5K without stopping for the first time in my entire life.
That's cool.
But then everything that I read online is like, you're going to destroy your body.
Yeah, you're going to destroy your body.
Stop doing it.
Yeah, stop doing it. Or run on grass. Yeah.
I hate running on grass.
I bike. Biking is my thing.
Yep.
Like, running is, it's so funny. The Whole30?
No.
Oh, it's like a diet, but it's so common for people in their 30s to do it. Like everyone I know that has done it is like 30, 30 plus. And I thought it was a diet for people in their 30s.
Did they misinterpret the name? Is that that's what
No, it's just it's like running a 5K. It's like a trope of like a late 20s, early 30s.
What's the diet?
It's like an elimination diet. It's like a boring ass diet. Where they're like, oh yeah. Or it's like, what's the other one? Hard 90 or whatever, bricked up 80.
90 hard, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, veiny 70.
Yeah.
Get fucked 100.
be miserable for 3 months on
dude.
end. Yeah.
It's like, dude, go get a fucking warehouse job, dude. If you want to, you can make your life suck and make money doing it. You don't have to just do it as a fucking hobby.
My friend did it, and he didn't have a good time. It's pretty hard. I think that's just like it's like a difficult goal that's achievable. It's also so funny to me that they throw in read 2 pages of a book every day.
I like that a little. I mean, it's very un-American, that part.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so do you have the fantasy of escaping to the woods and leaving women behind?
No.
Okay.
No, I have the.
You call yourself a member of the Manosphere.
I don't call myself. I don't. The Manosphere is extremely cringe to me.
Okay.
I just think that it's like
You find it interesting.
I think the popularity of the Manosphere shows that there is a huge deficit in what's represented in society.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you
Andrew Tate, nothing gets as big as Andrew Tate on its own.
Sure.
There's a resonance in the culture for things to get that big. Yeah. I don't know. It's like become this like weird. I just don't think liberalism is the answer.
Okay.
Like us being as free as possible isn't the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Like we gotta like, if you read what's his face, that like all the happiest things in life come from having responsibilities. So just as a framework, this idea of like ever increasing freedoms, like we're free to be alone in our bedroom now. And we're like free to like suffer and just like sit on the computer. Like freedom in and of itself isn't necessarily like an end,
Mm-hmm.
but we've made it like an end.
Yeah.
And so
Structure and responsibilities leads to happiness. But if you have
all the most meaningful things in your life are related to responsibility.
definitely. I think if it's imposed by a government, it becomes less admirable.
Yeah, I'm not. Where did that come from?
Sounds like what you're getting at.
But it's a straw man, Ari. What do you mean? This is good insight
You're
for me.
steel man,
Maybe this
dude.
is what people think I'm saying. That like, and we need the government to put the ladies back in the kitchen.
That's the vibe that I was getting
No,
at.
not at all. I'm talking in terms of like media and depictions of family and like role models and all that stuff, all the soft stuff.
Okay.
Like I think there's a big problem at the core of narrative storytelling because most of a good life is actually quite boring.
Mm-hmm.
And so to have stories of like compelling stories, you have to have like a shit life or something that's, you know what I mean? Like it can't be. And then they were like had a nice life.
Yeah. Live happily ever after.
Yeah, you don't hear the stories of the guy like the average happy person.
Right, but that's boring.
They're boring.
Yeah, you don't want to spend I already do that. Movies and media is about escapism. I'm trying to experience something that I don't normally feel.
But also, where did you get all of your notions about what it means to be an artist?
Media,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, movies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And commercials. And so it's like, to the degree to which that stuff is like not based in how those people, like to the degree that you've never watched a movie that actually accurately depicts like what the average successful creative's life was like.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
It's a distortion.
Yeah, for sure. That's why, honestly, my least favorite genre is biopic for that reason, because they have like it's Walt Disney and he'll be walking down the street. Like they have to like invent, because the truth of any creative person coming up with ideas is like sitting at a desk and writing, and then like, oh, that could be something, and then just sitting. Like it's the most boring. It's not cinematic at all. So you have to create an event that sparked the thing of like, Walt Disney's walking down the street and then someone's like, he sees giant ears shaped out of a thing, or like the bush behind a kid, it looks like ears. He's like, oh, ears, mice, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
It's stupid, and it feels so inauthentic. I don't know. I'm sure there are good. Inside Llewyn Davis is a great movie about the creative process. Have you seen it? Coen Brothers, awesome. It's about the misery of the road, and it's the Coen Brothers. It's the shit.
Yeah.
But it's like that is a movie about like a folk singer who is miserable and like is just scraping by, lying, cheating, stealing his way through life. And this is like the glamour of being an artist on the road is just like this kind of hollow, awful, friendless existence. So stuff like that, where you get into like dark, deep territory, is fun to dip my toe into every once in a while. another The Wrestler, another solid example.
Banger.
I just saw it recently, just rewatched it recently, and one of my Letterboxd friends was like, "This is the best movie about stand up comedy that's ever been created."
Speaking of which, we need to make a list of like movies that Zoomers need to watch. Like there's so many banger movies that Zoomers have not watched. I was in class and I was like, "Oh, have you guys seen like it wasn't this movie, but like Seven?" And they're like, "No, what's that?" I'm like, "Bro, you've never seen fucking Seven?"
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'd be like, "Oh, have you watched?" Oh, my teacher brought up Gangs in New York, and everyone's like, he's like, "Who's watching?" And I was like, "Bro, y'all." Like, not from you're missing out in culture. Like, definitively, you're gonna fucking love this movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think just movies are out. Movies are on the way out, dude. It's crazy, and it sucks because they're my thing. They're my beloved babies, and it's where my brain goes all the time. But I think people are even TV, like most traditional Hollywood stuff, just seems like it's on the way out, dude.
Well, okay, this is what do you think was the breaking point? I have an opinion on what I think the breaking point was.
I don't know if it was the breaking point, but COVID really got the fire going and forced people to be at home, and movie theaters especially were like really struggled during that time. And then it didn't happen that the strikes happened right after, and then like the LA fires, and like that's like the birthplace of cinema and television, and like three horrible things happened right back to back to back. And so people just got kind of used to, also the studios were pushing their streaming services and like the stay at home thing. So traditional media kind of just like it took a dive, and it has not recovered since then, and likely never will. But in terms of just like getting, I think just the doom scrolling thing, the invention of the endless scroll was big. People found it. Speaking from personal experience here, when I get off my fucking phone and like force myself to watch a movie, it feels like meditation or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm like removing the dopamine bukkake of TikTok and then like sitting down and watching a 2-hour piece of art. It's such a different.
Yeah, like 30 minutes in, you're like, okay,
exactly.
Let's stay. Let's focus up.
This is like this used to be the escape, right?
Yeah.
And now the phone is like so much more enticing. So I get it.
Yeah, I'm starting to think social media is like cigarettes. It's like not safe in it. It's not safe in any dose.
100%.
I think it's two things. One of which is what was the first thing? Kind of what you touched on. And I think that like it's no longer, it used to be for the longest time that if you like the best and brightest were like, I have to go to New York, I have to go to LA. And they force fed themselves into that machine. And it's what made that machine great.
Great point.
And now they don't. And they like popping on Instagram or whatever. And like, so SNL is not getting the best of the best. Like, or whatever. It's just not, those writers' rooms are not getting the best of the best. They're getting, in fact, kind of maybe the people that are still like less innovative, that they still think in 2025, the way I'm going to make it is I'm going to write for The Simpsons. Like, so it's like kind of like, that's probably this B tier or C tier of people that are ending up even trying for those places.
Excellent point.
My other one's a little more controversial.
Lay it on me. This will be your first controversial opinion of the episode.
When I fucking open Netflix and it's like trans stories, I'm like, why the fuck is this categorized? And it's like Black voices, and it's like, bro, like some of my favorite movies have like people of all sorts. It's not like I'm like, I only want white men. It's not like that, but it's like it's such a weird fucking way to categorize content that I'm like, bro, why this whole centering thing was fucking nonsense, and it was annoying. I was like, bro, I like Big Mouth. Show me something like Big Mouth. If it has trans characters, fucking great. It's got black people in it, awesome. But I just want to watch good shit.
I also think that there's just not that many categories that you can put things into, especially as a streaming service. Like you have genres.
Real. Let's be real too. When you try to fucking, well, I'll be real. You may disagree with this. Okay. There's how many, like 60% of the population is white. Okay. There's a lot of more to get from that. That's more people. Okay. I don't know it's like 80 million people. There's going to be some fucking, let's just say straight people. Mm-hmm. There's like,
it's mostly
280 million straight people to pick from. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get a Dave Chappelle. You're going to get a fucking, though I think he's probably closeted in some way.
That's what someone
But-
said this exact same thing on the podcast.
But okay, but if there's only like 2 million to choose from, you're just not gonna have the same amount. You're gonna have a couple that are really fucking of that level, but just from a pure numbers perspective, you're not gonna be able to have a whole fucking streaming service or a whole like. And when you do, you're just gonna end up like lowering the ceiling or like raising the floor, lowering the floor,
Agreed.
and end up with a bunch of slop.
Yes.
And people are like, dude, these trans comedians are not funny. It's like, no, they're actually way funnier on average than the straights. Like, there's probably more of them. You know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at?
1,000%.
It's
I totally agree.
it's a bad selection mechanism for
Yes.
like filtering.
Also, it's like a Netflix wanted to do 52 comedy specials a year, so they're doing 52 comedy specials every single year, so one a week for the rest of like time, presumably. And they want an even distribution of whites, blacks, gays, trans. They want, so exactly to your point, where they you can get a Netflix special now with 2 years of stand-up experience if you are a trans woman.
You just got to get a category.
Exactly, get in the category, right?
Take some melantone.
Melanin.
Melantone.
I think it's melanin. Black.
There's a peptide you can take that makes you black.
Yeah, I think it's melatonin is the sleep.
Right, but it's like melanin. Melanin is the substance in your body.
I see.
But there's a peptide you could take that'll make you black.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's a research chemical. Yeah.
What's the who's that lady that was trans black? Do you remember her?
Rachel Dolezal.
You do.
That was I love Rachel Dolezal because she was really, I don't know. I feel that some people, I feel the same about almost anything. Your level of commitment determines how readily I'll accept you.
Sure.
If you're fucking, and this goes, my take on this goes all the way back to like the 90s. And like, there was like a lizard guy who was like, I'm a fucking lizard.
Mm-hmm.
If you tattoo your face, I'll call you a fucking lizard. I'll call you whatever you want.
You get ink in your eyeballs.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
What if you just got like one scale? I'm gonna be like, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's my.
I totally agree. But yeah, okay. So if you're just like if you look like a man and you put on a dress.
I'm saying if you're Rachel Dolezal and you braid for a living, she did braids. And you tan the fuck, you're dedicated to tanning. You become the president of your local chapter of the fucking. Just let her be a little bit.
A little black.
Yeah. Or just let her live the fantasy a little bit.
Sure.
Don't give her too much pushback.
I think it's funny. She's the only one that I know of that as the trans black thing.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
That was a real blow, though, because being transracial is an easier sell than transgender, I think.
Okay, I don't agree.
It's more plausible.
I don't agree, but continue.
Like, culture is something that's more transient than gender.
Okay. But skin color is not.
Okay, but when we say black culture or white culture, we're not talking about. When we're talking about identity, we're talking about a lot more than.
Sure, but Rachel Dolezal wants to be black, literally. She wants to tan her skin to make herself physically blacker.
God forbid a woman have hobbies. You know? No, I watched a whole documentary on her life like 3 years later, and I was like, damn. The punishment did not fit the crime.
I don't think she got.
Bro, yes.
Okay.
She was like universally. Like, but the people in her small town now like fuck with her. I don't know. Shout out Rachel Dolezal.
She like moves to Compton, starts gangbanging.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that? Guess the Black Guy from Jubilee.
Mm-mm.
So it's like 6. You know, have you seen that thing where it's like it's maybe not Jubilee, but it's like it'll be like guess the straight.
Yeah. Guess the child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great concept.
So there was one where the non-black guy won.
Nice.
Yeah, but he was like adopted at age 5 by a black family in California.
That's what's up, dude. You know that guy can.
And
code
everyone
switch.
thought he was black, and he is culturally, I'd say, if anybody's trans black, it's that guy.
Yeah, but he's never going to call himself that, and he's never going to darken his skin, and he's never going to say the N-word. All 3 of those things he's never ever going to do.
The last one, I don't know.
I think most whites that grow
I
up.
think there's a world where people exist outside of mainstream society where it's not a big deal.
Sure, you're right. You're right. I'll give you that. But
Like if you're a gang member and you've killed somebody else for your compatriot, I think you probably have a pass, and nobody's sweating it.
I don't. Maybe it's just
Portland, no.
in my perfect white utopia that I live in, I don't see it. So maybe I don't. Maybe you're right, but I think I'm just taking.
I think
it
in
from what
Arlington, there's a lot of Hispanics using.
I've just seen
the N-word.
8 Mile, and I know of Eminem, and he doesn't say it, so that's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Hispanics get a pass a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, but a lot of people feel like they
sure.
shouldn't. So
Yeah, but I have no opinion.
yeah, that's smart. Me too. I don't have any opinion.
I'm fine with them doing whatever they like.
That's true.
All right. What else we got? I was thinking just what we can get into, like what we've been watching media recently. As a matter of fact, we probably
Speaking of
should.
white people, have you seen the Young Thug album cover?
Yes, I was about to bring up Young Thug.
Okay.
So, okay, you might have read this, but I don't know if you're a fan or if you're even a hip hop guy.
Yeah.
But Young Thug was instrumental to me in high school and college. His run from like 2013 to 2018 is excellent, fantastic. He's pushing the envelope. He's like dressing in ladies' clothes. He's doing all kinds of wacky shit, choosing nutty beats. He's getting super melodic. He's like really strange. He's like using his voice as an instrument. Really fascinating artist, right? And since then, he's got out of jail for racketeering charges. His protege, this guy Gunna, allegedly snitched on the whole YSL organization and will forever be deemed a rat for that reason. But Thug just got out. I think he got off on some like crazy, like he hired the best lawyer of all time or something, right? But he gets out. He releases this album recently, this week, 2 days ago. Dog ass shit from a butt, in my opinion. Really, really bad. Just like so. Hate to use the word derivative. It sounds like what his contemporaries are doing, but worse. He's just following the trends. He's doing just like the most boring shit. I was like, where is the envelope pushing that you used to do, brother? So I don't know what happened. I think if you got,
I think it's probably, he's like, okay, I can't talk about the people. He can't talk about what inspires him anymore.
Okay.
So he's like, I gotta stop like talking about the people I'm killing in my songs. But that used to be his like big. I want to read a Young Thug lyric for you.
Sure. There was actually I don't know if it was legislation, but they used his lyrics in the trial, which was like a first. I just listened to this song at the gym yesterday.
It's a great song.
Yes.
Where's this? Okay.
This is If It Ain't About the Money with T.I.
Yeah, great song. And I wish I hadn't started trying to understand what he was saying, because he says, I pack an 11. I pack an 11. Ooh. I ride in a gator. My shoes are Giuseppe. Oh, I'm slime, like the Reverend. I shoot at the Reverend.
Stuff with the lettuce. Trying to make
No, just that line there. I shoot at the Reverend.
Yeah.
What do you think he's saying there?
I think he's just flexing, like, you know, I'm slime like the Reverend, and then he's referencing back
What
to
does
previous.
sliming somebody mean?
It's killing. Sliming
Kill.
means yes.
I'm slime.
Yeah, but slime like the Reverend. That's a reference that I don't understand. But he's saying that slime is like his whole thing. That's like his brand. So I'm slime like the Reverend. That's probably a reference I don't understand. I shoot at the Reverend. Ha ha.
I shoot at the Reverend.
I kill people of.
So like I am willing to murder my ops even if they're at church, or even if they are themselves clergy.
Sure. That's totally above board. Not in the top 50 craziest rap lyrics I've heard. TBH.
But I think that Young Thug is actually a criminal.
Yes, he is certifiably.
And actually a murderer.
Yes, also that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most gangbangers are. Like legit rappers are. I come from that background. It's crazy, like the whole trial and everything. It was crazy that he's still doing it. And like he's getting charged for stuff that was that happened recently. And I was like, dude, aren't you a millionaire? Can't you go on tour and fucking Oh my god. Get some little
Yeah, keep
ASMR
going,
break.
keep going, keep
Little
going.
ASMR
Keep
break.
going.
It's so weird that he's still out here, out in these streets shooting reverends and shit, bro. Like you can just go tour. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why don't you graduate from that lifestyle when you become an artist?
No, I think that's his real
You know,
passion.
murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you keep doing it? Like you can say, okay, I had to do this at some point in my life.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that's true. There's plenty of poor people that just work regular jobs and don't murder people.
Yeah, but it's a nice shortcut. I get it. Especially if all your
There's
friends are
lots
doing
of
it.
people that are in gangs that draw the line at clergy.
Yeah, I think he's
I think that'd be the majority of people.
right, but he's this is maybe perhaps not a literal thing and more of an exaggeration. Ha ha ha! I will even shoot at the guy, like the guy wearing the cloak. Ha, ha,
Right,
ha.
but
I'm
like,
so badass. I'm
if somebody made that joke, be like, dude, I'm such a badass. I'll kill Oprah. You'd be like, whoa, what? That's like not badass. That's like deranged. That's like disturbed.
but I can see Eminem or Danny Brown even making that joke and working.
Okay, but like,
Or Earl Sweatshirt.
it's a little different. Like nobody, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Eminem has actually committed sex crimes, but I don't think he's ever actually killed anybody.
I
Like,
just
it's clear that like never once did I think like Eminem's killed people.
no, I agree completely.
And never has he like actually said no, like, yeah, like I'm in these streets.
No, he's not that guy. He's a big exaggerator, and he's talking about committing sex crimes and murder, ironically or like storytelling wise, or at least he was.
It's
when
like
he
an
was
alter
good.
ego.
Yes,
Yeah, that's one guy that dude, sobriety really.
dude. Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with we get a couple good albums and that's it.
Okay, I have this exact opinion of my beloved Danny Brown, who just got sober like 2 years, 3, 4 years, whatever. Got sober recently. His albums when he was using are fucking unbelievable. There's an album called Atrocity Exhibition, which is one of my favorite rap albums of all time. It is a fucking deranged, insane, like spiral into like the gnarliest drug use that I've heard in quite some time in lyrical form, and the craziest beats fucking ever. So Ain't It Funny is on that album. Ain't It Funny is absolutely insane. Put it on your gym playlist if it's not there already.
I will.
But this guy, incredible artist. I still have a ton of respect for him because he got sober and his music's just not as good. It's just not as good anymore, and it sucks, man. Because like as a sober person, I never said this on the podcast, but I'm sober. But it's just weird. Like I want to. It's also maybe just musicians that have this thing, or I'm sure there's probably a bunch of sober musicians that are great, but it was so visible with him, where his stuff when he was using was fucking incredible, and now it's not.
And maybe it'll get better, but I also think that I'm like totally okay with it because the reality is like Danny Brown has one big song, and it's like he's gonna need to make a life for himself, like outside of music and touring. You know what I mean? Like that's a sad story if he just keeps using.
Oh yeah,
because he probably pulls it. I don't know how much money he makes, but he makes good money, but not crazy money. Like he makes the kind of money that like a decent crack habit will like leave you with nothing.
Oh sure,
Yeah.
sure. He'll just end up killing himself accidentally or intentionally. That is what will do it if he kept using.
But shout out Danny Brown. He's very funny. I like his podcast.
Yeah,
a little bit.
me too.
Yeah,
He's the best. He's on the Tom Segura network.
I saw him live. I forget what it was with Run the Jewels. Also, I fucking hate Run the Jewels.
Really?
It's the corniest music ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it was two black guys, like if it was like, and it was more militant and it was like Kill Whitey, I think I'd be into it.
Yeah.
But that it's like multicultural, I don't like it.
I went through a phase of loving them, and I tried.
Yeah, if I was 14 when they came out, I'd be all about it.
Which I was in high school when they came out, and I was into it. But then I tried. Literally, it's funny that you're bringing up stuff that happened to me so recently. But I went last week at the gym. I was like, oh yeah, Run the Jewels. Like I'm gonna fucking give them a try. And I went back and just like pressed start on their first album. I was like, ooh, like moved to their second album, tried like 2 or 3 songs. Like, oh, it's just not, it's not hidden. And also every Killer Mike verse, like LP, stick to producing, brother. I don't need.
Yeah, it's LP. If it was just Killer Mike, I'd be into it.
Yes.
Or if it was Killer Mike and an even more militant guy,
Big Boy or
that'd
something.
be cool.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, the white sort of. Yeah, I'm totally with you on that, man. I went through a big phase though. I was really into them for a while. Didn't see them live, but it's definitely in a similar vein to a Danny Brown. This kind of like suburban white kid rap.
Yeah.
Which I was a suburban white kid.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Brockhampton, another great example.
Yeah, recently come to the realization that like I just like music that most people don't.
Okay.
Like like I found this like I'll find cool like underground artists. I'm like, dude, this is sick, and it'll have like 200 likes. And so it's like I've stopped trying to show people music. I've given up on culture, basically. Like and given up on like improving it.
Okay. I have no intentions of improving culture, but I do love basking in it.
Yeah, I rewatched Jurassic Park recently. It stands up, even the CGI stands up incredibly well.
Thank you for saying that. I was going to be mad at you if you didn't like it.
No, it's one of the best. I told my classmates, because they're all Zoomers, and I was like, I told them, I was like, guys, forget just go watch the original.
Oh, poof. Jurassic World.
Forget everything else.
Jurassic World can suck my ass. It's awful.
I don't think that movie was meant to be sequels.
Yeah.
Because it's like just the first movie is the one that.
It's a legitimate all-time classic. Then
you can't reopen the gates to Jurassic Park twice. Like that moment of like, we live in a world without dinosaurs. Oh my fucking God, there's dinosaurs. You can only do that once.
Yes. And also taking the time to show the characters stunned, unbelievable reactions is just so good. There's a million things that are amazing about that movie. That's when blockbusters that were made for kids, quote unquote, had balls.
Yeah.
Like the T-Rex attacking the children
Scary.
scene, legitimate horror scene. Like it's filmed like a horror movie. You got the sound design, like it's dark, it's fucking terrifying. Some of the best sound design. I love the moment when he's coming over the fence and
yeah,
incredible. And like the glass falling on them and like the big prosthetic puppet head. It's so fucking good. And he mixes CGI and practical stuff really well. It's like there's none of that. I really don't think we have scary things like that in our blockbusters anymore. I mean, Infinity War is like the closest I can get where you ended with the bummer ending, but I don't know. It's something. It's really something. That's who directed that. Who directed
Steven
that?
Spielberg.
That guy's got a knack for that type
guy
of thing.
should do more movies.
He should make more movies.
Yeah, somebody needs to. But they've gotten so self-indulgent with the streaming.
Yeah,
like I have not finished The Irishman, and I'm not gonna fucking try again.
I actually like The Irishman, but I get it.
Bro, 2.5 hours?
That's 3.5.
3.5. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Make a mini series.
Yeah. I get it. He's Martin Scorsese, so you can't tell him no. That's the answer.
You could, if you cared.
Yeah, I guess.
3.5 hours. That's not a movie.
It is absurdly long.
That's a mini series.
Yeah.
If you broke that up into 30-minute episodes, that would be a 7-episode mini series.
Yeah. That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
There's actually there's a graph that came out. I think this is the origin of this meme. A graph that came out was like how to watch The Irishman in parts or like in segments. Watch this to this to this, and then it got elevated to like how to watch Land Before Time 1, the like 45-minute kids movie and as a mini series. Watch 3 to 4 minutes here, 4 to 5 minutes here. Yeah, so that I do get it though, and
bro, have you met people that someone's like, yeah, I've watched most of that on? Are they like, oh, which
TikTok?
Season do you like? And they're like, oh, I watched it on TikTok.
That's
bro, you haven't actually
wild.
watched it.
Wild.
Like you think you've watched it, you haven't. You've watched like 10 clips.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna start telling people I watched The Irishman on TikTok.
Watch it in 800 3-minute sessions. You're like holding the side to make it fast forward through the boring parts.
Bro, I've been doing that for school. I have to watch these documentaries and I'll just put it on 2x and it's just some person crying about inequality. But I'm just watching it in 2x. I'm like, yeah. Okay, they're sad. I get it. The world sucks. Okay, what's next?
I didn't use Instagram Reels for the longest because they didn't have that feature. I love that feature so much. The speed up through the shit, and I do it. It's always when you'll get to a video and it's like okay, story time, and it's some usually lady just yapping.
Yeah,
and so I'll fucking
they love to do that.
Just rock it through this bullshit story and skip it halfway usually. Oh man,
40 seconds. This is too long.
What do you think? I'm made of time over here?
Dude, I need to watch another 1,000 force-fed fucking algorithm-determined pieces of slop, dude.
It's so wild. I was just listening to a podcast with Louis C.K. and Theo Vaughn. Excellent pod about not sobriety, but sex addiction, which is great. Anyway, but he made a great point, which is that we used to call it clickbait, and like you'd have like clickbait thumbnails and stuff, and now people are not even clicking on things; they're being fed it in their algorithm. So there's nothing like even clicking is not even part of it. You're just
No, it's like a trough.
Yeah, it is.
It's just being
oh man,
poured down the gullet. Yeah, no, I have given up on social media basically.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You also did the thing, which I think is so cool, of monochroming your phone.
Yeah.
Tell the good people what that is and why you did that.
I just put in accessibility. You can put your phone in grayscale and black and white, and it makes it just less engaging, and it's a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a thing recently. I heard I like Healthy Gamer GG. He talked about also we have a mutual who's like a hater. Sean, he's like a hater, and he's like I fucking hate that guy. I was like, what do you hate? You know what I'm talking? You know people like that, where it's like they hate.
It's so funny that you think of him this way. It's possible he's approaching you with this because
he's antagonistic towards me.
Yes, intentionally. So he's like playing a card.
Yeah, but he does it off the rip.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell him to tone that back.
No, it's fine. I've told him. It's fun. It makes it more fun.
Okay.
He's like, I fucking hate Healthy Gamer G. I was like, why do you hate? Like, you could be like, oh, I don't like him much, or like, but it's not like a hate worthy. Anyhow, but he talking about trying to stay off your phone for the first 4 hours of the day.
Nice.
And I've been doing that, and it is a game changer.
Nice.
I like do my laundry and be like, yes, laundry done. Like, I'm getting all these dopamine hits from things other than my phone.
That's huge, dude.
Yeah.
I have not done my laundry without a podcast in 6 years.
Well, I have this new life perspective that I've been trying on, which is like imagining myself like Rick Grimes waking up in the hospital, but like after it's settled in. Like, okay, it's post-zombie apocalypse. Like just living my life as if society is over.
Okay.
So like you look at the McDonald's, it's not a McDonald's. It's just a building with some signage on it. And like, or like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like I'm still workshopping this concept. But it's like,
does it bring you appreciation for the things that we take for granted?
Well, I feel like the less time I spend with headphones in, the more ready I am to live in the post-apocalyptic world.
So you're gearing up for your
like it's a type of aestheticism. So like how few things do I need to be happy?
Mm-hmm.
And like if I lived in a post-apocalyptic world, like what would my day-to-day simple pleasures be?
Okay. Yeah.
Like all this is done. Like I'm not gonna have a job, and then people are like, "Attaboy, you did the thing." All that's done. I'm just like a person existing.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly, even if you're not literally gearing up for an apocalypse, or it's not a bad fantasy to have or perspective shift to do.
Yeah, like, and also it makes me like, oh man, I have fucking chicken and rice in my fridge, dude. I got a fridge.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, sick, dude.
Yeah, that's huge.
Like if I think about my life as like I'm like a post-apocalyptic person, I'm like, dude, I got a sweet fucking setup, dude. I got fucking electricity. I got a fucking fridge. I got food. There's a grocery store I can go to. I got the pieces of paper I need to fucking.
I like this. I like it. I like this perspective.
So this
Smart.
is my like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the more you think about things like that, I've been like taking my headphones out and just like being in the world.
Just existing.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it sounds tough.
It's a little tough. It is.
I have to intentionally do that.
But then I imagine myself, like I imagine like I'm walking through the world and then it's like society's over.
Mm-hmm.
And that people are just doing things like the way they're doing them without the expectation of how they should do them.
Beautiful. I fuck with it.
Yeah. Like drunk drivers when I get off of work. I'm like, oh, like I think of them now as like, oh, that's like the drunk driver gang. So like I'm living in this, like, I've just got to deal with this reality versus being like, oh, they shouldn't be fucking driving drunk. Being like, no, like this is the drunk driving gang's out.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't judge people in the post-apocalypse for doing what they're doing because they're just surviving.
Or if there were cannibals, I'd be like, fuck, the cannibals are out. I got to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of the cannibals shouldn't be eating people.
I can't believe those cannibals are eating people.
Yeah.
Like that kind of that indignancy wouldn't last. You couldn't go very far with that.
I like it, dude. This is good. Well, on that note, folks, I think we should wrap this puppy up. Thank you, anonymous man.
Cammy.
Cammy?
Cammy.
Cammy. Thank you, Cammy, for coming onto the pod. Do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
All
Look
right.
out for my handle that I'll figure out.
All right, sweet. Much appreciated for coming on, brother. This was a lot of fun. You have some great opinions and takes.
I will say, this is my last thing.
Uh-huh.
I think Hot Ones needs to go back to having actually fucking hot
They do.
sauce.
They definitely do.
No.
They lowered it?
They've lowered it for sure.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
Open your eyes, sheeple.
Hot Ones is falling off dramatically, bro. It's crazy. I talk about Hot Ones frequently. It's a fascinating.
No, there's a
thing.
video where people did independent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at least the commercially available ones they used are not anywhere close to the Scovilles that they claim on the show.
No shit.
Yeah.
They're straight up lying.
Well, it's the marketed. It's not. It's like plausibly deniable because like the marketed Scovilles on the bottles are not the actual measured Scovilles. So Hot Ones is taking the Scovilles off the bottle, but the actual bottle is wrong.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, Sean Evans a hack and a liar.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself and take the show off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got. Thank you for listening. Much appreciated. We'll see you in 7 days' time. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Bye.